Hey guys, it's Erica from alittleinsanity.com. I finally have a new recipe for you guys. Thanks for waiting patiently. The new recipe that we're going to be doing today is a nutty peach ice cream, and there's no cream and it's completely raw, so it's safe for all you raw foodies out there, and it's also great for anybody that's lactose intolerant or just trying to transition to more of a whole food lifestyle, and if they need something more nutritious but have an ice cream craving, this will do it for you. I'm going to go over the tools and the ingredients that you're going to need, and this is the perfect summertime treat, but you can also substitute any combination of fruits or nuts to come up with something that you find tasty. So I hope you enjoy the recipe. Let's go. Okay, the tools and ingredients we're going to need for this recipe are your Vitamix, your favorite nut milk, and if you're a true raw foodist and you do real milk that's raw, certainly you may exchange that for this as well. About 1/2 to 3/4 cup almonds, 1/4 cup of agave syrup or nectar, 2 to 3 ripe sweet peaches, about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 2 to 3 cups of ice depending on the consistency you'd like to end up with. Some people like a soft serve or more smoothie texture. I like it a little more ice cream-like. You'll need measuring cups and spoons and your trusty tamper. Okay, so all of you should know how much I love my Vitamix, so we're going to start with that. I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off the Vitamix, and we're going to start by dumping in the 3/4 to 1/2 to 3/4 cups of almonds. I personally like a lot of almonds, and because this is what will make it sort of that creamy consistency for the ice cream, feel free to add more if you like it. I also rinse my almonds because I get them raw, and so it's just a good idea to go ahead and give them a rinse. If you're really into soaking, you may also soak these nuts before you use it, which will make it even a more creamy consistency. Okay, next up, I'm going to go ahead and add the 1/4 cup of raw agave syrup, or nectar as it's also called. This is going to give it that sweetness without adding sugar. Okay, next up, I'm going to take a teaspoon, or a teaspoon and a half if you'd like vanilla. We're going to add our vanilla extract. Okay, before we add our milk and peaches to this recipe, I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid on to my Vitamix, and I'm going to give these nuts, this agave syrup and vanilla, a quick blend so that it helps to make the almonds creamy. You're not going to find a bunch of chunks of almonds in your ice cream. If you like it that way, then great, more power to you, but it's not going to have the same ice cream consistency to it if we don't do this step. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, it'll be noisy. I'm going to go ahead and start it off on variable speed 1, move it up to 10, let it slowly mix, turn it back down the dial just a little bit, and then I'm going to add the milk. Okay? Once you have the almonds somewhat blended together, you can hear that it stops spinning. The blades have pushed the almonds out. This is when you want to go ahead and add your 1 cup of rice milk through the top. Make sure you put the cap back on. And again, we're going to go back up to the variable speed 10. Slowly as we get these almonds minced down into a paste, and then we're going to flip it on high. Okay, so once you see that your almonds are well blended and the mixture becomes smooth, you're going to go ahead and turn it all back down and turn it off so we can add the peaches and the ice. Okay, so I've cut up 2 peaches. You can use 3 if you'd like. Again, feel free to substitute peaches for whatever might be in season or whatever fruit that you like best. In this case, I've cut up, you don't need to mince them up or chop them up or anything. The Vitamix likes them just like this. So go ahead and pop them in. Again, just make sure that the pit is out of them. And then before you go do any more blending, you're gonna add in ice. Now I say a couple cups of ice, but really this might be more like 3 cups. I like my ice cream a little more ice cream consistency, but you can add less ice or more ice depending on what what your taste is. So I'm just gonna dump that straight in. Well, almost all of it. Oops. Don't worry about the Vitamix. It's gonna eat right through this stuff. Okay, pop your lid back on. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my lid cap back out. In the event that I'm gonna need my tamper. You may not need the tamper, but just because it might be a little icy, you may wanna keep it handy just in case. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start out on variable speed 1, and then we're gonna start working our way up to 10, and then back up onto high until you hear that motor pitch change, and you'll see those 4 lumps set up at the top, and that's when you know you have ice cream. Let's go. Okay, so once you hear the Vitamix change sort of that motor sound, you know it's doing its job, and you kind of look in, and when you see these awesome 4 lumps, can you check that out? That is when you have ice cream. That's pretty solid stuff in there. So you're good to go. You've got your Nutty Peach ice cream. I like to serve it in a cup for the little ones, or in a little ice cream cone. Makes it easy because this ice cream tends to get soft very quickly, and so you're going to want to maybe even serve it with a straw for those little ones because it will start to run. Feel free to top it with more nuts. We like almonds in this family, so we do a lot of almonds. We also have some non-sweetened carob raisins. That always makes a great addition, or you could just put raisins on top if you like, or nothing at all. And if you'd like some chocolate chips. We also have some raw cacao. You can powder that up and mix it into your ice cream, and or just put it on top. It's a little bitter unless you have enough sweetener in it, but some raw foodies swear they love it. So we also have some goji berries. If for some reason you make too much, don't worry about it. Pick up some 99-cent popsicle molds, and they make delicious popsicles as well. In fact, you can shove a couple toppings in there, and they make for a little crunch while you're eating them. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe for Nutty Peach ice cream. If you want, please leave me a comment below. I'll try to respond to everybody as I can. If you're looking for the full recipe for your recipe program or to print it, you can find it at the website, alittleinsanity.com. I'll put a link down below for you. And if you find that you have any other questions, or maybe you've done your own variation of it, I would love to hear back from you to hear what you think, what your thoughts are, and what you've done to change up this recipe. All right, I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful summer. God bless. Goodbye.